हेलो दोस्तों, इस वीडियो में फिजिक्स पेपर 7 के बारे में क्वेश्चन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन आंसर देखेंगे। तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, ए डिवाइस हुज कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आर वेरी क्लोज टू द एन आइडियल वोल्टेज सोर्स इज ए Zener diode. And question number 2 is that an amplitude modulation, the number of sideband is equals to 2. Question number 3, an SCR is a dash triggered device, so current. Question number 4, in an integrator the feedback element is a capacitor. Question number 5, which of the following is used in a relaxation oscillator to generate a sawtooth wave function, so UJT. Question number 6, the coordinations number in a case of FCC is 12. Question number 7, drift velocity is greater for free electrons. Question number 8, in a superconducting state, so entropy and thermal conductivity decreases. Question number 9, the factor responsible for spontaneous polarizations is permanent dipoles. So question number 10 is that you look at the question number 10 is, which of the following is polar dielectric? So this is quarters and nylons. There are two options correct. अब पेपर 7 2023 में आ जाते हैं। क्वेश्चन 1, द वन विच इज नॉट compatible with crystal symmetric is five-fold symmetry, fold mountain. This is not fold but five-fold symmetry. Question number 2, in a frequency modulation the number of sideband is, so infinite. And question number 3 is the number of lattice point in a cubic potential of a BCC lattice is 2. And question number 4, an SCR is turned off by, so reverse biasing the gate. Question number 5, the ripple factor of a half wave rectifier is about 1.21. And question number 6, the Barakhushian criterions for a sustained oscillator of an oscillator is given by A beta is equal to 1. And question number 7 is here. In ferromagnetic materials, susceptibility is very large and positives. And question number 8 is, minority of holes in the semiconductors materials from which types of semiconductor, so N types. Question number 9, from 8 types, one superconductor, the superconductor surface energy is, so always negative. So for a type 1 superconductor, the surface energy is always negative. And question number 10 is, polarization density in the term of electric permittivity and electric susceptibility, so P epsilon 0 x E capital E. So this is correct, and you see this relation, x is equal to P upon mu 0, so epsilon 0 capital E, P is equal to epsilon 0 x E capital E. So paper 7 2021, question 1, with a provision gas is maximum for insulator. Question 2, the factor responsible for spontaneous polarizations is permanent dipoles. And question number 3 is, ferromagnetic materials are obtained from none of these because Fe and I and Co is not present. This is copper, Cu copper, not Co cobalt. And question number 4 is, the op-amp can amplify both AC and DC signal. signals. Question number 5. A MOSFET is sometimes called this JFET insulated gate. And question number 6 is the number of lattice points in the cube unit cell of the FCC that is so 4. And question number 7, the ripple factor of a full wave rectifier is about 0.41. So question number 8, the distance between two adjacent atoms in a LCL is 2.82 angstrom. Question number 9, the value of negative feedback fraction always less than 1. And question number 10, superconductors are generally some monovalent metals. And 2020 question here, that right. Question number 1, general diodes are used for stabilizations of voltage. General diodes is used stabilizations of voltage. And question number B, the Miller indices for the plane parallels axis may be expressed as 1 0 1 0 0. So x-axis is 1 0 0 and y-axis is 0 1 0 and z-axis is 0 0 1. So question number C, width of fusion energy gas is maximum for insulator. And question number D, NCl crystal is an ionic crystals. Question number E, the relative permeability of ferromagnetic material is greater than 1. FET is a voltage control device. And question number G, the input impedance of an op-amp is very high. And question number H, the oscillator circuit work on the principle of positive feedback. And question number I, the ratio of power associated with the carry to the total power for an amplitude modulated wave having a modulator term index. So MA equals to 2 plus MA square. Question number J, in frequency modulation, the number of sidebands is infinite. Question number K, the displacement current D, electricity field E, and the polarization P in a dielectric material are related to each other in the form of D E0, epsilon 0 vector E plus P. And 2019 question. So 2019 question is that here. This is 2019 question. The Miller indices for the plane parallel of y-axis are 0 1 0 is correct. And which of the following combination represent tetragonal crystal systems? So A is equals to B is not equal to C, alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90 degree. Question number C, Bragg law is represented as 2D sin theta is equal to n lambda, where D is the lattice energy, theta is the glazing angle, and lambda is the wavelength of X-ray, and stand for the order of the matrix. Question number D, the expression for electrical conductivity sigma on the basis of classical theory is given as sigma. So N E squared torque T by M upon M. And question number E, the superconducting transition temperature of mercury is 4.12 K. And the question number F is, general diodes are used for stabilization of voltage. Question number G, in amplitude modulation, the number of sideband is equals to 2. And question number H, the CMMR of the different amplifier is defined as AD by AC, where AC is common mode amplifications and AD differentials mode amplification. Barakhushan criteria for sustained oscillation for an oscillator is given as A beta is equal to 1 and J. The intrinsic state of ratio N of the unijackson transistor UJT is defined as N. So RB1 or RB1 plus RB2. So 2018 question number first. Width of provision gap is maximum 4. So insulator 3 is correct. So insulator and question number B is NCl is any crystals. And question number C, the relativity permeability of ferromagnetic material is. So next you see here. So greater than 1. Question number D, the factor responsible for spontaneous polarization is. So permanent dipoles. Question number E, Hall coefficient of a semiconductor depend on carrier density. Question number F is FET is a current control device. Question number Z, the input impedance of an op-amp very high. And question number H is here. The value of modulation index of an amplitude modulation signal is less than 1. Question number I. The oscillator circuit work on the principle of positive feedback. Question number J. The frequency band normally used for television broadcasting is 30 to 300 megahertz. And next 2017. So first question is AUJT is sometimes called double base diode. B. Superconductors are generally made of monovalent materials. Question number C. The electron polarization depend on atomic structure. Question number D. In amplitude modulation, the number of sideband is. So the number of sidebands is very right. Number of sidebands is. Wait and few minutes wait. So question number D is answer 2. Upper sideband and lower sideband. So 2 is correct answer. Option question D. And E, F. So G. The magnetic material which can be radially magnetized in either direction are generally soft materials. Question number S. The total number of probabilities in 3 dimensions is equal to 14. And question number I. The number of atoms per unit cell is a closely packed BCC system is 2. And question number J. The weakest bond in a crystal is van der Waals bonds. 2016. The number of molecules present in the unit cell of NCl is 4. And superconductors are generally amorphous thin film of Pe and Bi. Question number C. Magnetic material which can be radially magnetized in either direction are called soft magnetic materials. And question number D. The electronic polarization depends on atomic structure. And question number E. A ferromagnetic rod when placed parallel to a magnetic field, it suffers a change length. This is called magnetization restrictions. And the question number F is a UGT is sometimes called double base diode. A MOSFET is sometimes called insulated gate of JFET. Question number 8. The op-amp can amplify both AC and DC signal. Question number I. Common mode rejection ratio of differential amplifier defined as ratio differential gains AD to common mode gain AC. And question number C is in a phase modulation wave, the frequency shift can be expressed as so del F del D into Fm. And the 2015 question is here. You see, look upper side. And first question, relativity permeability of ferromagnetic material are greater than the unity. Question number B. Attractive force between the atom of crystal vary more dash with distance than the repulsive force slowly is correct. And the question number C. Width of forbidden gap is maximum for insulator, NCl and crystals. The number of lattice points in the cubic unit of cell of ABCC lattice is 2. Zener diodes are used for stabilization of voltage. IPT is a voltage control device. NGH. The input impedance of operational amplifier is very wait. So very high is correct. The input impedance of an operational amplifier is very high is correct. And question number I. The number of semiconductor layer in an SCR is 4 and modulation is done in transmitters. In 2014 here. Question number A. The electronic polarization depends on atomic structure. Question B. The distance between two adjacent atoms in NCLs is 2.82 angstrom. Question number C. The d Broglie wavelength lambda associated with an electrons of mass m and accelerated under the potential V is h upon under root 2 mve. And question number D is ferromagnetic in a solid originated from a spinning motion of atomic electrons. Question number E. The number of lattice points in a cubic unit cell of an FCC lattice is 4. Question number F. The op-amp can amplify both AC and DC signals. A UGT is sometimes called dash diode, double base diode. Question number H. The value of negative feedback fraction is always less than 1. And question number I. MOSFET is sometimes called dash shaped insulated gate. Question number J. An SCR has dash semiconductor layers 4. And question number 2013 question number 1. Zener diodes are used for stabilization of voltage. FET is a current control device. No, this is not correct. Voltage control device is correct. If del x0 and del xi denotes the change in output and input signal amplifier, then the amplification factor is, so B is correct. Del x0 over del xi. Question D. The value of modulation index is, so first is less than unity, and question number is, oscillator circuits are used based on the principle of positive feedbacks. And the question number F is, materials have their susceptibility so greater than unity. And question number G. A vector, B vector, and C are primitive vector of the crystal lattice, then the reciprocal lattice is given, so this is correct. And question number H. Width of vision gap is maximum for insulator, and I is a ferromagnetic rod. When the place parallel to a magnetic field, it suffers the change in its length. This is called monovalent restrictions. And question number J. The conduction of electron at absorb zero energy level Fermi law is, so this is completely filled. And 2002, so there are not good question has provided. You see, this is the question but not clear visuals, so I can't read these questions. In 2012, frequently modulator gives dash less. And question number 2, the de Broglie wavelength associated with an electrical mass m and accelerator. So question number 2, the de Broglie wavelength associated with an electron of mass m and accelerated by the velocity v is, so h by under root 2 m ve. And question number 3, the number of molecules present in unit cell of BCC is 4. So NaCl is 4. The input impedance of MOSFET is less than the FET, so more. Question number 5, the above Curie temperature, the hyperteres loops of ferroelectron materials merge into a straight lines. Question number 6, magnetic material which can be radially magnetized either direction are called soft magnetic materials. Superconductors are generally amorphous thin films of Be and Bi. Which of the following frequency will be suitable for beyond the horizon's communications using sky waves? 10 megahertz. And question number 9 is, a modulator circuit is used to superimpose a signal on the carrier. Question number 10, the inherent nature of all material out of the following is dimagnetism. So here read this, existence in some things a paramagnetism, and this is right. Question number 2011. Question number 1, ferromagnetic material are obtained from aluminum. And question number 2, the factor responsible for spontaneous polarization are permanent dipoles. A vacuum diode are used on both a rectifier and detector. Question number 4, the harmonic emission is also referred as addition effect. A genodiode is always used with reverse bias. What is the ultimate source of nuclear energy? Sun. At absolute zero, the energy of particle is m0 c square. Condension bond is particularly empty in the case of insulator. Drift velocity is greater for free electrons, and width of forward gap is maximum for insulator. And 2009, the number of atom per unit in FCC is 4. X-ray diffraction from a crystal lattice makes use a ray light scattering. The Hall coefficient of a semiconductor depends on carrier density. In semiconductor use for making transistor energy band gap is of the order of 1 electron volt. In which of the following magnet its susceptibility does not depend upon temperature? Dimagnetic materials. Which of the following is an amplifier with input oscillator? In a sine wave carrier modulated by a square wave, the number of sines depend is 2. And question number H is, which of the following demodulator is most commonly used in radio and TV on this day? Linear diode detector. I. The domestic TV popular use in our country frequency are 13 to 300 megahertz. Question number G. In a gallium PN diode at room temperature, the barrier potential is nestly equals to 0.3 volt. And 2008, and 2008 question, plasma consists ionizations, atoms and electron. 2 number is correct. Then last. So I hope this video helps for your examinations, and God bless you.